So this is Miles versus Deku. I don't know much about Deku because I've never really... Well, I've seen like the first 2 episodes of My Hero and I didn't finish it. Yeah, it is a pretty odd matchup.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Like, I don't even know if they have any real similarities.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering
Wow, that was
gods,
the best version of the
Spider-Man
Hulk
is
that they
there
just
to
showed.
look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in
Deku hella strong. He has the power of 7 hero. Okay. Nivet the King. Surprised you haven't read it to the new Adik the One. Funny as fuck. Dude, I'm honestly tired of the new... Like, I'm honestly kind of tired of Adik the One's challenges now, man. They're just not funny to me anymore. I think I find funnier memes and just solely on my IG reels.
Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately...
That's no knock to Adik the One, but I just... Like, that kind of humor I don't really find funny anymore, so... I mean, my humor is different. Everybody has different kind of humor. I just kind of like grew out of it. But to be honest, his old compilations used to be funny. But like his newer ones, I don't even like that much.
Peter
That's my
wasn't the
opinion.
only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now he has
That's just
thrust
me.
upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had
Wait,
all...
he likes Naruto, DBZ, JoJo's, Gwen. I don't even... Is this for real? Has he actually said that he likes DBZ?
the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider
5'8"
carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time.
Fourth wall
He even
breaking
got
lore.
an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters.
Nano mesh vibranium suit, Wakandan web shooters, spider powers, super strength and agility, wall crawling, radar, spider sense, invisibility, venom powers, venom punch, venom shock, venom blast, mega venom blast. What's the difference between venom blast and mega venom blast? Venom saber, bioelectric webs, absorption, overdrive. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher, though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents! Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this...
I don't remember, but what actually happened to Peter Parker's parents? I know that it's been probably already said, but I don't remember. Does anybody know?
particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like
pretty cool.
biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what
A
kind of spider
sword?
was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem. A blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
What?
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself
Nice.
even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to
They died in a plane crash? Okay, thank you, Javon.
regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's
Damn.
not as durable as, say, Captain America's.
So is Miles, so so you guys got to help me out. Does Miles live in the same universe as Peter Parker, or does Peter Parker just live, are they like alternate dimensions, you know? Cuz I think in the other, like the Spider-Verse, I don't know if that's the first or second movie. I don't know if the second one already came out or not. I think it already did. But the first one, I know that the old Peter Parker came to Miles's universe or something like that to help him out or something. I'm not sure. Dominic, what's up, bro? SRG, what's going on? Yeah, I don't remember the lore. But I want to say that Peter Parker and Miles are in the same universe. I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, it had Spider-Man 2 featured both of them. But was Miles always in the same universe as Peter Parker, or did he was there like some type of like situation where he entered his universe? I'm pretty sure it's like they were always there. They were always, yeah. Okay, they were always in the same main universe. Okay. I was just double checking.
shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop
I guess the Peter Parker that I'm referring to, the reason I say that is because in the Spider-Verse, there's like another Peter Parker, and I guess he came from a different universe entirely to help Miles or something like that. I gotta rewatch it again.
bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up and
You know what would have been a good matchup though, if it was Miles versus Static Shock. I wonder if Static Shock could put up a good fight against Miles, or either or, you know.
was sent to the main 616
Yo, Addicted Gamer, what's going on?
timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other
Lifted most of a building, took hits from Giant Woman, dodged missiles, lightning, and lasers. Damn, if you dodge in lasers and lightning, then I don't even know what would that put him as. Like I wonder like how fast do you have to be to dodge lightning? You know what I mean? Won an Oscar. Saved an alternate universe from his evil clone. Yep. Okay.
Spider variants to defend the
What's up, Jake?
multiverse.
There's anime spider people.
Oh, you
robot
just
spider
watched it?
people,
Did the game?
Dinosaur spider people. Spider
I need to watch the
people,
movies,
a whole
too.
lot of 'em.
I need to
Each
rewatch
their own
it.
way of getting the job done. Miles even led him into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
Yeah. I love that concept.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace. All Might.
The big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter
Now,
what.
the death battle with All Might versus Might Guy, that shit was so fire. That shit was fire.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All for One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might.
Age 16, height 5'6", profession teacher, part-time hero, alias one for all hero. Possesses 7 quirks. Favorite food, katsudon. Katsudon. Okay. Have I seen horror short called The Spider? I shared it on Discord. Nah, but can you post it in the chat? We can watch it after this one.
But even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to
Really?
boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks, One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
One
The
for
first
all.
time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow
Oh.
on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way
Oh
before
my
himself.
gosh.
Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new
Okay.
thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
So if he just works out more and he trains his body, would he even need to do this? Or is it just like, does he have like no other option? Or is this a more efficient way to handle his power?
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with
I got you.
All Might would be forced into retirement just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around.
Wait, so I'm getting confused. One for All is a power, but All for One is a villain. Is that what I'm hearing? Quirks, All for One, Gear Shift, Fajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smokescreen, Float, Costumes, Zeta, Air Force Gloves, Mid Gauntlets, and Iron Souls. All right.
Strain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control
More effective way to handle his power. Okay.
his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him
like Spider Sense.
create a smokescreen, but he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even
Okay, so just by that stat, I don't know if Miles is going to win this. I just don't. Because I think Miles I think he does have some abilities that can maybe hang with Deku, and it said that he did dodge some lasers and lightning, but I don't know if he can combat that type of speed, because All for One seems like it's just a super power up, and of course he can't use all of it or he'll break his limbs. But I just believe that if he were to get hit by something like this or a Fajin, I think it would probably kill him. I don't know.
faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down
just got
foes
so
to
much
leave
in the
them
bag.
frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though.
Catch
After 5 minutes
light-speed
of
laser
continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating
All for One and One for All are stockpiling quirks. Okay.
him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him.
Unlocked One for All's full potential, became number 4 hero, obliterated Dark Might's fortress, flew nearly 200 kilometers, survives the recoil of his attacks, save Uri, Akota, don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, okay, he's unlocked One for All's full potential. I think that's going to be the X factor in this whole death battle. That just seems like that is just that's the trump card. And if he uses that against Miles, I don't think Miles has an answer for that.
No, he's been doing
I don't see it.
all of this shit in just the 10th
Miguel, what's up, man?
grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him
Power
on.
of friendship.
Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher.
What? He lost his quirk after he beat One for All? What? Damn.
On his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One for All before him.
Some might say
Wait,
he
it-
peaked in high school. If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
Okay.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
I would have hated that that's how it ended. He just became a teacher and that's it. And I mean, damn. But I'm glad he got back out there. I'm good, Miguel. How about you? Terrible. He chose to go to the job. Yeah. That would be a terrible ending if that was the final ending.
Benjamin. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I don't think Miles is gonna beat. I want Miles to win though, but I don't think he's gonna beat Deku. I don't see it.
Huh? Yo!
Wow.
You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware! Ah!
I like the art style.
Let's try that one more time. Guess who?
Soundtrack's fire.
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
Oh shit, he broke it.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
Jesus. Okay, he can dodge that.
If I'm gonna do my best,
Okay, he's going to this. He's doing the overdrive
I gotta
thing.
do my own thing.
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit!
Bon Saito. Death Bang!
Go beyond!
Oh, did he? What?
Spider-Man.
Wait, so did he just did he Did he just like did Spider-Man suit try to absorb all of that energy and he exploded pretty much? They're great. What's up, man?
You really are the ultimate.
I knew he was gonna win though. That's what it looks like happened.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly.
This was like an okay
Unsurprisingly,
fight.
given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles's invisibility was harder for danger sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the spider sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fa-Jin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks.
If you're gonna explode, God turn to Super Saiyan. I'm disappointed. Yeah, well, this was kind of an underwhelming fight, you know? It was like, I felt like it had the makings to be a really cool, like, I liked the animation. Animation was nice. Soundtrack was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like the, I guess the, I don't know.
Actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that
Hard
sniper
to say.
bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though,
Like,
that
it was kind of predictable, I guess. I guess that's the best thing to kind of say.
wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
Yeah,
As for
I thought he was
skill,
faster.
Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities
Yeah.
and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting
Got that
style gave
Sasuke
Deku few
IQ.
immediate openings.
Deku may
That
have
battle
received
IQ.
more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles.
Okay.
And that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest.
Yeah.
Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with this punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles
Okay.
absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 500
Did I hear that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse got delayed again? Oh, I didn't know that.
146 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating
That
All for
sucks.
One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Yeah, I knew. That
Next
was.
time on Death Battle.
I felt like that was really obvious. A more obvious battle. Okay, what's the next one?
Subscribe and
Hulk
join as a member to
versus
see more Death
Godzilla?
Battle. Thanks for watching.
What? I don't know how I feel about that one. Hulk versus Godzilla. I mean, Hulk is pretty busted. I mean, I don't really know much about Godzilla. I mean, I used to be a really big fan of Godzilla. I used to have a game on GameCube called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That was a really fun game. But yeah, I don't know about that one. It was an okay battle. Not the best battle that I've seen, but yeah, it was like decent.